I will answer the following questions in this documentary. What is erectile dysfunction, ED, male impotence? What causes erectile dysfunction, ED? What are erectile dysfunction, ED, signs and symptoms? Is erectile dysfunction temporary or chronic? Is there a cure for erectile dysfunction, ED? What is the cure for erectile dysfunction? Which natural remedial is best to treat erectile dysfunction, ED? What is the best way to prepare fresh garlic for erectile dysfunction, ED? Other natural foods that might aid treating erectile dysfunction, ED? Best ways to prevent erectile dysfunction, ED? How does garlic heal erectile dysfunction, ED? Conclusion. Finally, I will give you links to source of my knowledge on erectile dysfunction, ED, at the end and in the description below. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. This is 1 head of garlic. You are gonna need 4 raw, fresh garlic cloves. Peel garlic cloves. Next, grind garlic clove to puree or pulp. Make sure your stomach is not empty before you take this remedy. To swallow this garlic effective, divide it into 2 different dosage. You put it in your mouth, hold your head straight ahead, drink a little water, and then swallow. You don't need to hold your head up to swallow. The garlic has a little bit of spicy flavor to it. Say about 25% spiciness. It's burned in my chest a little bit. I kind of feel nauseous, like I want to throw it up right away, but just bear it. You might feel kind of nauseous, but bear it. Nausea. I like this method personally. Number 1, when you grind the garlic, it brings out a special chemical called allicin that promotes blood flow. In order to get the maximum benefit from garlic, I believe it's best if you eat it raw. The alive enzymes are in the garlic when it's raw, and that is what is important. What is erectile dysfunction, ED, male impotence? The male sexual arousal is a complex process that involves the brain, hormones, emotions, nerves, muscles, and blood vessels. When an adult human male persistently have difficulty achieving and maintaining an erection hard enough to have sex, in order to maintain an erection, the arteries need to have an effective blood flow. Erectile dysfunction indicates a hardening of the arteries, which means it could be an early biomarker of impending cardiovascular disease. This remedial is great for female sexual moods as well. What causes erectile dysfunction, ED? In many cases, erectile dysfunction is caused by something physical. Common causes include: one reason is medical, another can be psychological. It can be physical, medical condition affecting the blood vessels or nerve supply in the penis. Heart disease, clogged blood vessels, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, metabolic syndrome, a condition involving increased blood pressure, high insulin levels, body fat around the waist, and high cholesterol. Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, certain prescription medications, tobacco use, which restrict blood flow to the veins and arteries, can over time cause chronic health conditions that lead to erectile dysfunction. Peyronie's disease, development of scar tissues inside the penis, alcoholism and other forms of substance abuse, sleep disorders, treatments of prostate cancer or enlarged prostate, surgeries or injuries that affect the pelvis area or spinal cord. What are erectile dysfunction signs and symptoms? You having trouble getting an erection, you having trouble keeping an erection, you have reduced sexual desire. Is erectile dysfunction temporary or chronic? If blood flow is restricted to the veins and arteries, that might be chronic. Psychological issues can be temporary. Nevertheless, if it's a chemical issue such as diet, that is temporary. Is there a cure for erectile dysfunction, ED? Yes. What is the cure for erectile dysfunction, ED? Start an exercise routine. Recent studies have found that exercise, especially moderate to vigorous aerobic activities, can improve erectile dysfunction. Eat 4 garlic cloves daily for a month up to 3 months. Restrain from sex for a while. In other words, rest it. Which natural remedial is best to treat erectile dysfunction, ED? Fresh garlic. It contains allicin, which improves blood flow. Allicin is an organic sulfur compound that belongs to indolphs. It naturally occurs in crushed garlic. Other foods rich in allicins are onions, shallots, Chinese chives, and lynx. What is the best way to prepare fresh garlic for erectile dysfunction, ED? Make sure stomach is not empty before taking this remedial. The best way to prepare fresh garlic is to crush it. Allicin is an organic sulfur compound that belongs to the indolphs. It naturally occurs in crushed garlic. Other natural food that might aid treating erectile dysfunction, ED? Testosterone is a male hormone that affects more than just sex drive. The hormone is also responsible for bone and muscle health, sperm production, and hair growth. Testosterone boosting foods are natural ways to improve mood. 2 nutrients that are important to your diet are vitamin D and zinc, both of which are precursories for making testosterone. Foods high in testosterone are: tuna is rich in vitamin D, milk is a great source of protein and calcium, egg yolk are another rich source of vitamin D. Certain cereal brands are fortified with vitamin D. Oysters. Zinc is an essential nutrient during puberty, and its effect can keep male hormones in check throughout adulthood. Shellfish, crab, and lobster may do your testosterone levels some good. Beef. There are real health concerns about the overconsumption of red meat. Not only, but some cuts have more fat than poultry, but eating too much is also linked to certain cancers, such as colon cancer. Be mindful. When it comes to male hormone health, beans may offer more benefit than you think. White, kidney, and black beans are all considered source of vitamin D and zinc. Best way to prevent erectile dysfunction, ED: make healthier lifestyle choices. Manage any existing health conditions. Manage diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic health conditions. Get checkups and medical screening tests regularly. Do not smoke. Avoid heavy alcohol and drugs. Exercise every day or 6 days a week, even if it's just walking. Relax and take deep breaths and sigh, such as take time to reduce stress, control anxiety, depression, or mental health conditions. If need to, get help. Avoid riding bicycles without wearing the proper gears. How does garlic heal erectile dysfunction, ED? Most erectile dysfunction is biological and can therefore be helped with medical or dietary interventions such as Viagra or fresh garlic. Garlic contains allicin, which improves blood flow. If your erectile dysfunction is caused by stress, anxiety, or depression, or the condition is creating stress and relationship tension, your doctor might suggest that you and your partner visit a psychologist or a counselor. Look, try this remedial yourself and give us feedback. Leave a comment. References: visit website mayoclinic.org. Disclaimer: I am not a doctor. Consult qualified physician and/or herbalist doctor before using this remedy. I am sharing my research on the matter. I am just telling you how this remedial can help people. Remedial I recommend is natural and real food, safe to eat with correct dosage. Nevertheless, ingredients here might not be good for you. Remember, before making any decision to follow this remedial, consult qualified physician and/or herbalist doctor.